Now it's been a while since we got a new manga chapter, and we finally came back, and this time it's focused on Goten and Trunks, which I'm really excited for, because I'm kind of getting tired of seeing Vegeta and Goku all the time, so this is refreshing. So first page starts off, we have Goku and Vegeta, fresh from the granola arc at Bear's planet, just eating per usual. And we see Vegeta is just looking in the sky, thinking about Frieza just, one-shotting him. He's like, yeah, we can't let that slide. We gotta get something together. We can't have him being the strongest, stronger than us. That's not good for anyone. So yeah, it goes back to Earth. And then we see our guys, Goten and Trunks, doing some weird shit. They're just the Great Saiyaman, X1 and X2. I don't know why one of them did just name themselves Saiyaman X and the other one just Saiyaman X2, but I guess that just would have made too much sense, I guess. So yeah, they arrive, and I guess they're trying to stop some robbers from robbing a jewelry store, and per usual, these guys just get folded. They don't stand a chance. Trunks is just destroy his gun, talking shit, and there's something about taking out the trash. I don't know why they keep saying this. Trunks and Goten are just dodging everything these guys are trying to do. They can't land a punch on them. And we see Trunks slowly grabbing the knives out the guy's hand. Goten's freaking disposing of their knives, I guess. As the guy's like freaking going through it in the back. So now they're trying to do a charge attack, and yeah, that didn't work out for them. So now the job's done, cleanup complete. Now the cops show up, and there we have it. That's Trunks. That's Teen Trunks in the manga for the very first time. Then we see Goten as well. It's on the billboard. The clean guy. I'm kind of disappointed it just wasn't a giant billboard with Mr. Clean on it. That just would have been hilarious. But yeah. So yeah, they're just talking about how they're superheroes trying to be just like the clean guy. Goten gets a text talking about there's another theft going on, but it's a cyber attack, and well, they can't fight cyber attacks, so they're just stuck. So now Goten gets a call from his mom, Chi-Chi. Yeah, she's just yelling at him. Always yelling. Yes, he needs to be home. Yeah, Goten just rushing to take off all his clothes, or his super suit, I guess you could say. I'm just like, yeah, we really need some to watch his Gohan uses, so it's more convenient for us to transform it in and out of our suits. Yeah, he's asking like Pilaf. Yeah, he's gonna make it seem like why he's asking Pilaf. Goten gets in his school uniform, hops on an Nimbus. Trunks is kind of going through this like Spider-Man phase. He's like trying to get home without being caught in his suit, and he does get caught, but they don't catch on yet. But his pet dinosaur, which I forget there's dinosaurs in this anime or this story so much. Yeah, the dog notices his scent. Dr. Brief is just like, he's only affectionate to your family like that. It's like, yeah. Well, we're all superheroes. Superheroes just love pets, or pets just love superheroes. Tell the dog to sit, but somehow they didn't hear, and he just flies off. So Trunks flies off. We see him saying, yeah, that was a close one. I'll be really be in for it. Mom flies up, blowing off studying to play superhero, or to play hero. Dr. Brief's talking about how his voice is familiar, and yeah, he just almost gets caught. And after that, Dino starts roaring, and he sees like an army of just robots, their own helper robots, just coming to just running away for some odd reason. And this weird robot runs up on her, and she screams. Now one day passes, Trunks goes to pee off. I'm assuming they're just working for Capsule Corp now, since I don't know, they just have nothing better to do. And we just keep trying to steal the Dragon Balls. So yeah, Trunks asks him to make them watches, and Pilaf says, yeah, we only got one done so far, so you can have this one. So then, now we see Mai, and I guess Trunks now has a crush on Mai now, which is, it's not weird for him, but it'll be weird the other way around, because she's like older than his parents, which is crazy. And technically, she's older than her parents, technically. Trunks is trying to help, trying to spit some game. She catches on to it. Yeah, Bowen brings up to Pilaf that she caught him trying to steal the Dragon Balls again, and now she's forced them to give them back. Now Trunks rushes back to school. This really like gave me some Spider-Man cartoons kind of vibe. Trunks is just cruising around, just flicking the coin to a guy at the hot dog stand. Then we see, I like this. We see this Trunks prevents a guy from throwing his trash at a baby. He just flips it back to the back of his head. So now this is interesting. So now Trunks goes to a new high school, not Orange Star High School like Gohan did back in the Buddha Saga. This one's called Blue Hall High School, and it looks pretty fancy. Well, not surprising, it is Trunks after all. Yeah, Trunks is sneaking into class because he's late, and Trunks catches him. I mean, not Trunks. The teacher catches Trunks sneaking into the window, and he gets in trouble for it. And everyone just talking about how he's going to be the next CEO of Capsule Corp, even though Trunks really isn't interested in the position in Capsule Corp. He wants to do something more exciting with his life. So now we see a black queen. This girl talking to Trunks, looking for more excitement, a little adventure. And Trunks is like, what do you mean? And she's talking about how she sees there's some ghosts going around at this abandoned mansion at Mount Butterfly. And they're asking him, hey, if he wants to go check it out with them. Trunks is just like, nah, I'm not really interested. Even though what's really going on is that he's actually afraid of ghosts, which is kind of ironic, knowing what he could do in his fusion as Gotenks. And now we see Goten talking to his friend, who is also a young brother. Yeah, but you see Goten talking to his friend, say, yo, and Chuck's like, yo, Goten, trying to come to my house, play some video games. Pretty typical teenage shenanigans. Chuck's is like, yeah, this is cool and all, but I kind of want to do the real thing. Then Goten notices his watch, and Chuck's talking about, yeah, it's pretty cool. He already tested it out. Did you use it to fight crime already? He said, no, actually, I went to go get some movie tickets. And Trunks is like, what? Movie tickets? Goten's just like, that's too cool. Can't wait to go, right? And then Trunks is like, well, actually, I'm gonna go try to take someone out. And Goten's he already knows. It's like, it's Mai, isn't it? And Trunks is like, yeah, I know, but just give me a chance. I want to try to ask her out. And Goten is just like, all right. And you see Trunks walk into the warehouse, I believe, talk to Mai, and Mai's just like, Mai's busy working on the robots. Trunks asks her, hey, you want to go see the movies? And clean that movie's not really my thing. And plus, she's too busy from fixing all these robots. And they're talking about how people got punished for trying to steal Dragon Balls again, and now they gotta work extra hard, and even more so because I guess those robots we saw earlier at Trunks' house, they found them and had to bring them in to fix them, and now they're just too busy to do anything. Yeah, people are telling Trunks like, yeah, they just randomly swap their owners. And it seems like some guy is just hacking the robots. She was talking about there's just some weird guy that appears at night that just caused these robots to just act crazy. And no one knows why. And Trunks is like, he gets excited. He's like, oh yeah, there's a new bad guy around. We're gonna try to fix that. And then Trunks tells Goten it's action time, and night comes. They go to a neighborhood where there's a strange guy that seems to appear. And Trunks talking about how this kind of creepy. He doesn't like the idea of ghosts or whatnot. And Trunks is like, how are you scared of ghosts? We really seen our dad's dead. And Trunks is like, it's not really the same. And then Trunks bumps into someone, and it's some weird strange dude just standing above him, and we see Trunks just like scared. He's like, okay, I do believe. Goten's just like, huh? And then he sees the guy walking past the robot, and he fiercely just pull out this remote, and that just makes him go haywire, and the robot just runs off. And Trunks is like, yeah, I think this is our guy. And then this random light flashes and drive past them, and the guy gets away. So Trunks and Goten, they follow the car to the mountain, assuming this is the same mansion from that Rilla mentioned earlier at school. The abandoned mansion at Mount Butterfly, where they said seen ghosts, and Goten is like, whoa, this must be his lair. He's like, he's excited to see it. Trunks is really not a fan of this hunt at nighttime. Goten's like, well, yeah, it's scary and all, but if we figure out who does it, you'll be able to get on that date with mine. Trunks is like, yeah, you got a point. Goten goes investigate, and Trunks is like, hey, don't leave me alone. We look in the warehouse. We see the robots working for some different guys. It looks like they're using them as lunch ladies. So yeah, we see Trunks is talking about how, yeah, they're just seeming to overwrite the program. It seems like the guy catches him, but it's actually someone else. So those kids from school appear to actually went to the abandoned mansion, and the mummy guy catches one of the students. Goten and Trunks notice that it's a student, and Trunks immediately tries to transform it to a super suit. And for whatever reason, well, from earlier from running away, he bumped his wrist into the light post, I believe, and it's causing it to malfunction a little bit. But he finally gets it to come out. Trunks jumps into the warehouse and saves students. And because it's like a big fan of Saiyaman X1, all the workers try to attack Trunks, and Trunks is just no different than them. they just don't stand a chance. And then Chunks just you can see Chunks he just swings this guy around and throws it into the other workers. Chunks tries to throw a punch to this seemingly football player, and he just absolutely tanks it. And Chunks is like, all right, bet, let me use that special technique. His suit malfunctions, and then he gets taken out of it. Chunks then gets exposed, and the students are just confused. Goten notices and immediately turns off the lights. Goten then throws the students outside the building. Chunks is like, yeah, I know exactly where you are. This is my favorite shot from the chapter. You know, Chunks is like, oh, so you really want to see me that bad? He goes Super Saiyan. This is our first look at Super Saiyan Teen Chunks. Yeah, this is how I expect him to look. Well, obviously, it's literally Trunks, you know? The football guy, he's like, what the hell are you? And Chunks introduces himself. He turns his suit back on in Super Saiyan form, and then he uses his cyclone technique again and just absolutely punches the shit out of this guy. And once again, they say cleanup complete, and Goten turns on the lights and he tells Trunks what he did with the students and that they're all good. So then Trunks notices it's safe. The safe he just rips open and sees a CD that says confidential Dr. Gero. Then we see our guy, police officer Krillin, and they're just confused, like, what the hell, why is Krillin here? Krillin's like, the hell, why are you guys here? Krillin's just like, have you guys seen any, Walking Dead around? Trunks like, Walking Dead? Say, there's some ghosts and Walking Dead? Trunks like freaking out, like, yeah, there really were some ghosts, we just fought them. And Krillin's just confused as hell. Then we see Dr. Hito. He's just like, he's confused as hell. He just got back to the warehouse and it's just a complete mess. And the football guy's like, yeah, some punk kid just beat him up, but he left one of these school crests behind. And I guess Dr. Hito's just like, how do you guys get defeated? And he's like, don't worry, we'll just get you guys fixed up. It's not a big deal. Dr. Hito notices the safe was opened and he got his CD stolen. Now he has an issue. Now Dr. Hito is going to try to figure out who did it by first tracking down where this high school is. And he's just upset because he just can't sell his sushi anymore because his whole warehouse is destroyed. So Trunks to his own warehouse where he comes back, tries to talk to Mai. He's like, hey, we defeated that problem. He goes back to Mai. He's like, hey, so about Saturday. Yeah, definitely not now. Even more so because now not only that they have more robots, but destroyed robots. So now they have to fix them, rebuild them, and then fix them. So now they got even more work to do. So then we see Shoot's just like, yeah, we found a whole bunch of broken robots up at Mount Butterfly. And Trunks is like, oh man, seriously? And he just made the situation worse. And he just freaks out. And that's the end of the chapter. Overall, I really like this chapter. I really like the slice of life aspect of Dragon Ball. It's really refreshing. Probably one of my favorite things to read or watch about in action anime, not even just Dragon Ball, just anything really. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you liked the video, just leave a like, leave a comment. I don't know how to end this video, so I'm just gonna stop right here. Bye.